In today's gaming news, PC game sales are almost entirely digital, Razer Cortex finds you the best deals, and it looks like Amazon may be the one buying Twitch. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. My name is Force, here with your day's gaming news. First up in news today, I don't think this is going to come as much of a surprise, but I wanted to let you know about a report that states a majority of PC video game sales are done digitally. According to research from the firm DFC Intelligence, 92% of all PC games that were sold in 2013 were digital purchases. Again, not much of a surprise. I think the last time I went to the GameStop, I took a look at the PC section, and there were like 3 games there, and then there's just a whole boatload of console games. Now, why this is worth mentioning though is it does point towards the trend of digital purchases, and that makes me wonder how retailers are going to fare in the future if consoles make a major shift eventually as well. Obviously, people will always have to purchase the boxes themselves from some sort of a retailer, but the games, are they going to be on store shelves very much in the future? And you know, I'm not talking about next year, the year after, even 5 years from now, but what about 15 or 20 years from now? Do you think we'll still be buying physical copies of games? Next up in news, Razer has introduced the Cortex, which they are describing as the central brain hub of gaming. Now, Cortex is going to be sort of a launcher, a platform for you to play your games, but there's a lot of interesting features that they're talking about as well. Apparently, Cortex is going to search all top digital game stores for the best deals when you make a purchase. So places like Amazon, Steam, Good Old Games, Green Man Gaming, for as a few examples. It's going to scour those places when you want to make a purchase of a particular game and just tell you which place offers the best deal at any given time, saving people a whole bunch of time and hassle of having to search all of the sites themselves. Cortex is also going to configure and optimize your PC settings for peak performance, store your game settings and save files in the cloud so you don't lose any on your hardware itself, and that's also going to allow you to record and share gameplay with no limits and no watermarks. That last feature is really interesting because that is basically a free version of Fraps, or I guess you can compare it directly to like OBS, but it's that in addition to all of these other interesting things. Now, apparently you can sign up for the beta test of this software now if you're interested in checking it out. I myself am definitely interested. I don't necessarily need a new platform to launch my games from, but the searching for the best deals, the PC game optimization, and then also a free version of Fraps, or you know, a free recording software. That's not bad. It's definitely worth, at the very least, giving a look. And last up in news today, it looks like some prior reports about the acquisition of Twitch may have been wrong, or at least the details have changed. It is no longer the case, apparently, that Google is going to be buying out Twitch, but it looks like the new suitor is going to be Amazon. In a new report from The Information, they say that Amazon is currently in the late stages of acquiring Twitch, and that Google may currently be out of the picture. Again, it was previously reported that it was going to be YouTube or Google purchasing Twitch, and my biggest concern with that was the lack of competition in the video game streaming or VOD market. If Google was the one to buy Twitch, then we would have YouTube for VODs and Twitch for streaming, and that would all be owned by one company. And without that competition, as we're always discussing, there's not much incentive to improve. If it does turn out to be the case that Amazon is the one that's going to make a purchase of Twitch, I think that's better, not because, oh, I'm super excited about Amazon or for any particular reason, but because Amazon is not Google, and that means if we've got 2 competitors, that might mean we get improvements to streaming on YouTube and improvements to the VOD system on Twitch, because they've got reason to want to fight each other for their version, for their portion of the market share. So I think all around, if this does end up turning out to be true and Amazon does purchase Twitch, it is going to be better for us, the end users. One last thing I wanted to briefly touch on for you guys today was the recent DDoS attacks. I don't want to go too much into it because frankly, the pathetic losers who do this stuff are just looking for the attention, but major services like PlayStation Network and Xbox Live and even Battle.net were taken down by DDoSers, and they even went so far as to tweet out a bomb threat to a plane that Sony Online's president was on. It's stupid and pathetic and sad, and I don't want to give it too much attention other than to let you know that it happened. So with that said, that's going to do it for today's episode of The Feed. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know what you think about any of the topics discussed here today in the comment section below. How do you feel about the digital trend of purchasing games? Do you think that's going to make a major shift onto the consoles? What do you think about this Razer Cortex program and then the possibility of Amazon purchasing Twitch instead of Google? How do you feel about that? Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic day. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force-fed. You know, taking a look at these DDoS attacks and their reasoning behind it because of corporate greed and all this stuff, I have to wonder, aren't there better companies and organizations for you to be focusing on? I mean, we're talking about video games and entertainment. Unless what you're concerned about is like the sweatshop working in the production of these consoles, I don't think targeting Sony or Microsoft and DDoSing their servers to take down video game services that only affects us, the gamers, is really doing anything to fight the good fight and help the people. I mean, if anything, taking down these services is causing more financial strain and causing them to have more of a reason to want to use sweatshop labor and all this crap. Like, you're a fucking idiot. What are you doing?